I don't know what I can possibly say to do justice to the performance that they just had, but I will try. You know, today started out very exciting. One of our assistant coaches went into labor at 5:30 a.m. and had her baby by 9:30. And she's always with us, always by our side. So that was the first excitement of the day, and everyone's fine, by the way. But I'm sure she was watching on TV, mortified that she wasn't here while holding an infant. I can't imagine the scene at the hospital. But shout out to Ash Kerr. We miss you. Starting on vault, we made a quick change. You know, as coaches, we're always trying to do what our gut tells us because different people are hot on different days. And today we just felt like Faith was in a zone on vault. She has not competed since Big 12s. And before that, she hadn't competed for at least 4 weeks. But she's been the alternate all year long, ready to go. So we decided to make that switch. And they knew it was Audrey or Faith when we walked in. And I think that was a good decision by Coach Ball. She definitely nailed it. There's no doubt about it. And, you know, we're a team from top to bottom. We want to do what's best for everybody as a whole. And Audrey is a great team player. So being pulled from the vault lineup, I know, is never fun, but she knew we were going to do what's best. She smiled wide and said, "You got it. Yes, fine, good." She was all about it. But that change made a big difference. Faith stuck her vault. Our vaults were very clean, very big, and we got a couple landings in there, and it was a really good high energy start. But I could tell from warm up that our legs were here, and I think that's one of the biggest things I always look for when we're doing these back-to-back meets, are our legs here. So shout out to our massage therapist as well. Yeah. She nailed it. And these ladies for drinking and hydrating, right? But I think that's really important to feel great on this day, because how can you get your greatest performance if you're not recovered? So that was definitely something we focused on, and I could tell from the warm-up that their bodies were feeling really good. You know, if their bodies are in a good place and their minds are in a good place, we're ready to go. And I could tell from the energy and the camaraderie in the locker room and the way they were gelling that we were in a really good place. I was content and happy with whatever happened today, knowing that they did everything they possibly could all year long to get here, and then everything they possibly could on the day in between to put themselves in a position to win. Bars was really incredible for us. We caught a couple more landings than we had yesterday, which made a very big difference. 2 of them are in this at this table who caught their new landings today. And that did make a really big difference in that bar score, because there are 2 strongest bar swingers. So at the end of that lineup, really anchoring that squad. But shout out to Danny, of course, for starting both those events. Balance beam. I thought it was just a little nervy, but a couple 10-0 routines on the beam with landing errors on the landings, Faith and Reagan. Like, those routines were impeccable. But you know, from top to bottom, a very solid performance. And then going to floor, we knew it was tight. Florida's an incredible bar team. Like, we knew they could blow it out of the water, and that we really couldn't make an error. And when I say we, I mean the coaches. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm sure they didn't care. I'm sure they weren't thinking that, you know. But we knew it was going to be tight down to the wire. And a decision we made last night in our coaches meeting was to put Danny last and Danae 5th, because we knew if we were in a tight spot, just like Danny starts us off, you know, amazing, we knew that she would be the one we'd want to finish it out on the floor, by the way. She doesn't know this either. But, and, you know, for her, it was like icing on the cake, because the score went up before she went. You knew, right?
I looked at you, so.
Oh, sorry. I gave it away. You know, floor was starting with Audrey. We've worked really hard on our landings. Floor is an event that we've really worked hard on this year. Definitely had some bumps in the road along the way, but here toward the end, they have really dialed in on their landings, their form, their execution. I always think their performances are great, so just really proud of the way that they finished off this meet. I couldn't be prouder as a coach. I know our whole staff feels the same way. And these are pretty amazing women. And I heard people are wearing t-shirts that said, anyone but Oklahoma out in the audience, so that's fun. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. You take it.
Thank you, Coach. We will now open the floor for questions.
Ryan Aber from the Oklahoma, and for Jordan, Audrey, and Danny, you heard KJ talk about the feeling going into today, and that she felt really good about where things stood. Did you all have that feeling before? And when, for each of you, when did you first maybe get a sense that things were good?
Yeah, honestly, like last night in the meeting, it was just such an amazing vibe, and we woke up this morning all feeling amazing, and just the vibe, like from, I don't know, even like breakfast even, we were all just so like loose and calm, and just so invested in each other, and we all came together and did what was needed. So.
Especially when we got here, I know that every single person was super excited, and when we walked in, we got chills. We were just like, oh my gosh, this feeling is like any other. We had so much fun, and we just wanted to leave it all out on the floor, and that was our goal the entire time, and that's what we did.
Yeah, I could just feel it. Whenever I walked in, they just had this level of confidence that honestly I haven't seen all season. So I just had that feeling that today was our day, and we just left it all on the floor, and I mean, it was just a great day for all of us.
Yes, third row.
Kent with Double Back with Kenty Mac. KJ, you mentioned the fight through beam, and at the same time that you were all competing on the beam, Trinity was tying the all-time 10 record. It was a loud environment throughout, but it got a little bit more intense then. I would just love to hear if you were kind of aware of that, or how you stayed focused during that time.
Well, she was on the beam.
Yeah.
She was on the beam. I like heard everyone like scream, but I'm good at like toning everybody out, and like I didn't really like hear a thing. Just took a deep breath before my series, and then just went and finished the routine.
I knew she could do it. I had no doubt in my mind. I heard everybody else, I was like, oh, Jordan's got this.
Yeah, so much trust in everyone,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yes, Brandon.
Brandon Safner, College Show News. You know, you guys are now part of a team that's won 6 titles in the past 10 years, and you know, winning is kind of the expectation. How do you guys go about handling that mentality and really keeping yourself motivated to improve?
I would say every year is different. We don't come here trying to defend our title. It's a new team, new year. So we put in so much hard work and dedication throughout the season, starting in August. But yeah, it's not like we're trying to defend. I mean, we are defending a legacy because this program is just amazing. So we're really grateful just to be a part of this team. But every year is new, every team is new. So we all just work together to win another national championship.
Yeah, like she said, every single year is a new year, but you look around the gym and you see all of the gymnasts that were there before you on the wall holding up their national trophy, and you're like, I want to be like those people. Every single day in the gym, we work so hard to be able to be like those people, and I mean, now we are. So.
Yes.
Yeah, KJ, we know you have different ways of motivating your team. It seems like every year. What was your approach this week and today going into this one?
I mean, you'll never understand this, but our theme this year were creatures. So every meet we kind of picked a creature that had certain habits and certain characteristics, somewhere that we wanted them to be mentally. Some might call it also a distraction, you know, to try to get that athlete in the right mindset, but whatever it is, it works pretty good. And this year we did that, and on Thursday they were sharks, right? Yeah, and lots of the things that go along with that, and being super aggressive, and you know, just kind of giving them an alter ego, if you will, to think about while they're out there, and how they can become that. And today was Geronimo. Go for it, you know. That's what we picked, a human this week, and so it was all about, you know. Just going for it, because you can't come here and hold back. You can't come and try not to lose. You know, try not to lose. You've got to come out with everything blazing and with that go for it mentality. So that's where we're trying to put them.
Yes, third row.
Ben Schluter in the Valley Show. KJ, this is the second time in your career that you've repeated as a national champion, I believe. Does it feel different the second time repeating compared to the first time you did it?
I don't remember the Like it's all a blur. Like I really try to take the moment in because, like she said, everything is different and unique. And again, I think it's so hard to do back to back. So hard. It was the hardest thing we did that year because the expectation is there, because you're the favorite, people are expecting, and you put yourself in that position, you know, and you got to be able to handle that. After we did that, I realized, wow, this is a really hard thing to do, and there's never that expectation that it's going to happen, but it's pretty darn cool that it happened again, and I'm pretty proud.
Yes, Barbara.
Patricia Duffy with gymnastics now. Danny, I wanted to ask you about your floor routine. So going last, obviously, you had already won the routine. I don't know, I think you said before that you knew that y'all had won,
Yeah.
but what was that like, being able to kind of go out there and really compete free? Like, you just kind of literally leave it all out on the floor, and then of course you tied to the highest score of the rotation.
It was really exciting. I remember looking at KJ, she was going nuts over there. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go out there and let loose and just have the time of my life, because I'm so confident on the floor. I just have the most fun. So I just did my routine as best I could and had a blast. So I was just more focused on having fun than honestly being nervous, because we'd already won at that point, but it was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yes.
Alex Sinatra, USA Today's Sports Media Group. So, athletes are humans first. This is something that I always try to write my stories around. Whether you win or lose, doesn't matter. You're valuable inherently because you're a human being, right? So everybody's going to be asking questions about, like, what did you do here, and what was your score, and all of that. But I want to know, from my perspective and from your perspective, kind of, what is it about you that you like separate and apart from gymnastics? Like, what is one thing about you that you adore about yourself? Hype yourself up. I wanna know.
This is a good exercise.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like to try and make people laugh or like lighten the mood a lot. So you may see me like dancing or being like really weird or something, just so that I can help other people relax more, because I know like the nerves get up there whenever we're competing. So I try and relax, and it helps me relax. So I like to like smile and have fun and dance, and that's what I like about me.
Thank you. I would say mine's kind of similar to Davis. I'm a pretty loud person. My teammate is going to attest to that, but I try to bring a level of energy into the gym every single day and just lighten the mood, have a lot of fun, because at the end of the day, this sport is for fun. We're here to have fun. It is a lot of work, but if we have fun along the way, it makes it all worth it. So.
She's a good leader too.
I really try to go in every day and just kind of be like a positive aspect to everybody, and just kind of lead everybody in the right direction, and get everybody on the right track if they're not there or anything. Like, just little cue words that I know for everybody that works, and just taking deep breaths and going about that myself too helps everyone else. So thank you.
Yes, second row.
Carolyn Lee and OU Daily. KJ, you said at the regional final that after being, you were kind of counting tenths throughout the rest of your meet in your head. Was that the same kind of thing on vault today, or did you have a better understanding of scores today, or like a different vibe?
Well, in that meet, we were in trouble, right? So I was really trying to kind of calculate what we needed to do. In this meet, I just felt like we started in a really great place on vault. I felt like that score was very solid. As you know, last year, we also started, with a little bit of a deficit and had to fight our way back. So this experience was different, it was a little bit different. So no, I was not doing any mathematics.
We'll take two final questions for our left.
Yeah, KJ, I want to ask you about Olivia, and not only what she was able to do tonight, especially in her first two, but what she's meant to this program in her career, and to finish it off the way she did today.
Yeah, I believe the stats are, correct me if I'm wrong, she's had 10 All-American honors, and she's a national champion on the vault for the first time in her career. But what you don't know about Olivia is the things that she does when she's not doing gymnastics. There's no bigger supporter of these women when she was sidelined than her. I look at the pictures from the early meets where she couldn't do anything, and she's the first one to them, screaming, shouting, supporting them 100%. All her heart is in this program, and she's given it her all. And as you know, I advised her to retire this year after the injury this fall, and she was not having it. So obviously I was wrong. But who knew that at the time? You know, my head was on her future. Her head was on her now. And it was up to her at the end of the day. And like, you have to have a huge heart, but you also have big guts to do something like that. With your coach looking at you saying, maybe it's time, you know. So I'm really proud that she listened to me, and what she's done for this program is incredible. These guys will tell you she's just got it all, you know. She's gonna have a great life after this and a great career, and she's amazing. She's a rock.
Yeah, she is. Our biggest inspiration on the team, for sure.
Final question, we'll take
Hi, Steve Cooper from Gymnastics. Oklahoma's had many great teams over the years. What makes this team special? Or what will you remember most about this team?
This team, this year is like, we're seriously like so close, it's kind of like scary. Like, we can go to anybody like and talk to them about literally anything, and we have so much trust in one another in and out of the gym, and we're always together like 24/7. So us being so close, just we have so much trust in each other, and that makes us more comfortable in being out there and just putting our all out there.
And like KJ always says that the closest teams are going to win a national championship, and I feel like last year we were very close, and this year we added 3 new freshmen, so we were already really close, and then we got even closer because all 3 of them we just welcome with open arms, and we had so much fun getting to know them, so it's just incredible how close we are.
They're right. Team chemistry is huge when it comes to doing something like this. You know, you can have all the talent in the world, you can feel great on that day, but unless your team is really, really together, it's such a difficult thing to do. And in moments of, you know, mistakes or anything like that, to not, you know, lose your confidence in one another. Close teams don't do that. And so the trust between them, that's what's different about this group. They trust each other 100%. And they're forgiving. You know, mistakes happen all the time, not just in gymnastics, in life, and everything. And they've had to work through lots of things during, you know, this entire year, and work through things that are personal, but also things that are in the gym or gymnastics or whatever it might be, and that's made them, you know, really special and really close.
Once again, congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.